This was a game that I kind of figured would be a weird one. Anytime you go into a game and your scouting report is compromised, you're always going to be at a disadvantage. So this was a huge concern for me coming into this Warriors game. Of course, there's no excuses, but 7 of their top guys not in uniform, a bunch of dudes you never heard of before, giving you the business, usually are the main ingredients to an upset. Luckily for the boys in orange and blue, they were able to pull it out by doing what they were supposed to, and that was getting on the damn glass. But Mike Brown definitely had some very, very, very strong words for his team. We're going to get down to the bottom of it. I want to know, are the Knicks too entitled? Do we think that we have this in the bag? And we could talk about the slow start in the first quarters because it rears its ugly head again as this team fails to win another first quarter. So we're going to bring the Where There's Smoke energy to the afternoon. I look forward to your calls, and we're going to get started on this afternoon's version of Where There's Smoke, There's Fire. Welcome, Knicks Nation, to another episode. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan. And I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Definitely big time salute to everybody who is in the building. As you guys know, that this is where there's smoke, there's fire. All right. And yeah, we're going to talk about last night's game. But the first thing we have to do, like we do on every show, we got to get the likes up. So as you guys enter the show, welcome, welcome, welcome. Smash that like button. It's very important to the algorithm that they know that we are in the place to be on this channel, right? The Objective Knicks Fan, okay? So continue to smash that like button on the way in. And by the way, we know that in the last 60 days that most of you guys are not subscribed. So you might as well subscribe and help us close the gap now. All you have to do is smash that subscribe button. We on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And once we reach certain milestones, we will give away a rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. All right? Bam. Here you go. So all you have to do is subscribe. No emails, no phone numbers. All you have to do is subscribe, okay? Big time salute to everybody in the building. I see my man Zach. All right. Big time salute to you, Zach. You're kind of the inspiration on moving the show to the afternoon because he's like, no smoke, there's fire. We got to talk about this. So I said, you know what? Let me bring it to the afternoon. Of course, Maxine, the super producer. My man Crim's that. I see you. Okay. JJ, Lawyers for Bridges, defend your client. I do got a great argument for my client, and we could talk about that on this show as well. All right. Who else is the big time salute to Randall? I see you calling. I'm going to get back to the calls in a second. All right. Definitely smash on that like button. It's great to see all of you guys in the building early. What a night, y'all. I can't remember who it was. But somebody was like, yo, can't you just guarantee the victory? I'm like, bro, I don't guarantee every victory, dog. When I give my guarantees, it's for a reason, right? I figured that we'll win the game, but realistically, because we're going up against a team with a bunch of guys who we never seen before, it's hard for me to be like confident because, see, here's what we don't understand as fans. And I was trying to explain this to J-Tap in the Discord. We don't understand the value in scouting. It's an art of war tactic. You have to know your opponent. You have to know your enemy, okay? And the thing about it is, I didn't know these guys. Like, all right, for example, and like I said, I'm going to get to the phone lines in a second. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. But listen, to all the people in the chat, if you're not a Warriors fan, but only the Warriors fans can't chime in on this. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna set this up. But if you a Warriors fan, only they would know these guys, right? If you're not watching the Warriors 48 games, there's no way for you to know who the hell these guys are. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Get this on the screen so we could analyze it. Right? There's no way. I'm sorry. I don't believe you. You need more people, like Hov would say. You know, we don't believe you. You need more people. Hold on. Bam. All right. So let me go to the game last night. All right. And then we got another one of these games against the Pacers, man, that we're gonna have to pull out. And I just now I gotta watch the last like couple of games from the Pacers, but I already did a scouting report on them. But if they come with that same lineup, man, it's always going to be trouble. Now, we did see them, so I'm pretty sure they'll be able to deal with Indiana. But when you're dealing with a bunch of guys who are unknown, right? Like, how many of you guys knew who Omar Yurtseven was, right? How many of you guys know who Malavi Lyons? That's how they pronounce it, not Leons, Lions. How many of you guys knew who this guy was? Okay. LJ Cryer, did you know who this guy was? Nate Williams, do you know who these guys are? No. Only people you probably know is Gary Payton, because Gary Payton is dad, Brandon Pujinski, and Santos, because he put in work the first game. Those are the only guys you know. The rest of these guys, none of us know. So there was no way for me to really do effective scouting when this is the competition you're going up against. The unknown enemy is the most dangerous enemy. All right? Because when you're going up against K, Drake, like another thing too, and I'm going to get into these calls, but Draymond Green not playing, I think that hurt Towns' fire, because now the guy who he really wants to go at is not there. So now Cat could just be regular Cat. I'm just going to play team basketball instead of being my dominant self, right? No excuses. But I'm just making observations, and we could talk. Hold on, let me get this brother on the line. He has something to say. He called up first thing when the show started. By the way, phone lines are open, 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. All right? And we talking, man. And we still cooking with hot grease. All right? See if he answers. If not, Randall, call me back. All right? 646-995-8389. What's going on, Randall?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man, where we going, man? What do you got to say? I see you called up. It seemed like you got something you want to say, so let's talk.
Man, I'm watching the game last night in the first half, and I'm saying to myself, this is damn near a G League team that we playing, and we losing damn near down 20 points.
Yep.
I'm like, oh my God.
21 to be exact.
I mean, I'm glad we came away with the win, but come on.
Right. But it just was. How you feel about Mike Brown not giving away the defensive player of the game? How you feel about that?
The way they played last night, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, he said he didn't like the energy, and he felt like no one does. This is the first time all year. Now, I don't think this is the first bad win, or not bad win. I hate the term bad win, but I don't think this is the first ugly win we had. But he decided to not give the award out. So I'm wondering.
I think this is the ugliest win that we've had.
Okay, yeah, for sure. You could put this, 100%, because they didn't have nobody. Right? They didn't have nobody, not just one or two players. Their entire rotation.
Butler was out. Green was out.
Yeah. Moody, Melton.
Yeah.
I mean, all of their guys, their rotational guy. Porzingis.
Didn't play neither.
No. Yeah, it was tough, man. It was a tough watch. And I kind of figured it would be.
Because, at halftime, in the second quarter, I was ready to turn off in the game completely.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was about to
Yep.
watch the Oscars last night. I'm dead serious. I was about to turn off the game and watch the Oscars.
Man,
But
I was
I
carried
kept
away debating
watching.
LD in the Discord too. I feel you. Oh. What you was gonna say though?
Again, I mean, okay, okay, Brunson played a lot better in the second half. Cat played a little bit more better in the second half.
Yeah, right.
I understand OG might have played better if he didn't get that busted nose. Because I know
Yep.
that kind of took him off his
Do him
game a
all.
little bit. But
Mhm.
despite the busted nose, he still played decent
Yeah.
in the second
Yeah,
half.
not bad. Yep. Yep.
Bridges ain't played well again. I mean, he made a few big plays in the second half, but
Right. They don't want to give my client any credit, but I hear you, Randall, man. Thank you, family. I appreciate you, brother. Big time.
Anytime, man. Salute.
All right, salute. By the way, like he said he turned off the game. I'm in a debate with D from LA in the Discord while the game is on. Like that last night's game was wacky. I had to go back and revisit the third quarter to see exactly why we came out on top and almost had a 40-point quarter. And it really was the third quarter that saved the game. Yeah, because in the fourth quarter they just relaxed and they went kind of back to where they were. All right. But keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. And as you guys come in the building, smash that like button. This is the afternoon version, okay, of Where There's Smoke, There's Fire. Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Holmes?
Man, how you feeling, man? Talk to me, brother.
Dude, I'm just like a couple of things. All right. You could put me on a court with 3 dwarfs, and you're not going to give me the ball. Then you're freaking brainless and dumb. I am giving you an advantage, and you refuse to use it. We were talking about Towns yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy's put 5 dudes, most of them from the G League, the third stringers out there, and we refuse to exploit the obvious weakness. It's just crazy.
So who do you put that? Who do you put that blame on?
I put it on the coach.
Okay.
The coach got to say, yo, we've got the Jolly Green Giant playing with a bunch of midgets. Put him on the block.
I agree.
I mean, come on. It's just obvious. And then later in the game, he takes 2 7-footers out and midgets up with them.
I went crazy. Yo, I said, we trying to lose the game. It's over.
I'm like, what are you doing, man?
That was a mystery to me. I didn't understand that.
You can't teach height.
My question, though, is why nobody in the press asked him that question?
I don't know, man.
That was the question. Why do you think it's a good idea with all that height, Mitchell Robinson, Towns, Diawara, we're going to take them out and just go small? Like, explain that to me. Like, they out-rebounded the Warriors 15-1 in the third quarter. That's why they came back. So now I'm going to take the height out.
Who was on the court when that happened?
Height?
Yep.
Mitch? Towns?
Yep.
I don't know, man. The wacky. Then he gets in the press conference. He's calling the guys out. I'm not saying he was wrong for the things that he said, but where's your accountability?
Yeah. And
where's your accountability? Go ahead.
They didn't come out ready to play.
Bingo.
Lack of days ago, no intensity whatsoever.
Yes.
And when they finally decided to get up on them, a la Pat Riley 90s defense,
yes,
they started turning the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You got to start like that in the first quarter.
Bingo.
Doggone. And one more thing. And Anobi, that's my dude. The dude gets smacked in the nose. His nose is bleeding, and they call a foul on him.
Yeah, that was wild.
What the hell?
Damn. Yeah, that was wild.
I didn't watch. I be honest. I watched up until the second quarter and the third quarter. I just like look, my blood pressure's going up. And then I came back and I rewatched it later. And when they started coming back, and if I said, if y'all lose this game, y'all is ashamed. They put a bunch of nobodies out there. They got this
Really
dude
quick.
running around looking like Steph Curry Jr., man.
I said that. I said Prajinsky played like Steph Curry when he not there. I did say that yesterday, and that's what he was doing against Minnesota. Prajinsky.
I call him Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, it's pronounced Prajinsky. It's spelled different, but it's pronounced Prajinsky. Listen, let me tell you something. I seen him in Minnesota, right? I said, oh, okay, he becomes Steph when Steph is not there. So I figured he was going to do that. That wasn't a surprise to me. I knew he was going to take. Right. Yep. I knew that part. That's the one thing I could bank on. I knew Santos was a hustle man. I knew that. But the rest of these dudes, that's why I was concerned. And then this is the question I want to ask you. Are we too entitled? Are we too entitled? Like we feel like, we could just come back. This is nothing. Like, because that's how I felt. We start off slow.
They certainly played like that. Like they felt entitled. Like you don't take nothing for granted, man. It was I agree. I'm glad they got the win, but I was like,
of course,
y'all making us look bad, man.
Right, because I want to laugh at Detroit. You almost messed that up. Come on, man.
Yep. And I even go back to my playground days, man. When I got a little bit older and young kids came along, we wasn't giving them no breaks. Y'all ain't gonna beat us.
Hell no. What?
We're gonna stomp you and step over you and then step back over you.
Hey, look, that's what I still do to this day. And I go up against them the teenagers, forget about it. But the 20-year-olds, come here. You my food today. But I appreciate you, brother. Great call.
Yeah, man. Catch you later. Peace.
Big time. All right. I feel like we have a self-entitlement problem. Like, seriously. I think that we really believe we the best. Because I remember Cat said this on national TV when he was mic'd up. Let's show them that we're the best team in the world. Right? This was against the Lakers, I think. Yeah, the Lakers. And you took the Lakers for granted. That's why you lost the game. You started out trying to be cute. They don't play no defense. And that night, they played defense. That's why you can't just go by the rankings. You got to play, bro. Like, these guys, they all ball players, man. Like, don't think you better than nobody. Because y'all all on the same level. What's good, Joe?
Yo, how we doing, man? Thanks for taking my call.
Big time salute, man. I decided to give us an opportunity to discuss the game. Because last night I wasn't going to do it. But what say you, man? How you felt about this crazy, wacky game?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, last night, it sucks that we got off to such a slow start, but I think you're right. I think we do have a little bit of an entitlement problem. I think we think sometimes we're too cool for school kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that comes with the territory with, just with everything going on this year. Like, even with Jordan Clarkson, like I wanted to touch on Jordan Clarkson for a second here because I think Jordan Clarkson is an integral part of what we're doing this year.
Facts.
And I think it took Mike Brown basically all season to see it. Yep. But also, I think Mike Brown can spin this in the sense that, like, hey, listen, Clarkson, we needed you the whole year, but we didn't use you because we wanted to keep you healthy. We wanted to make sure you were, we had you for the end of the season when the playoffs started to ramp up. And, we wanted to make sure that when we got you in the game, you were fully, acclimated because this is a new team for you and everything. So I just kind of wish that Jordan Clarkson took the professional approach and never did any of that stuff that he did on Twitter, like yelling at fans.
Oh, yeah, with the fan. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, Clarkson could have just been a whole professional about it. Like, yeah, I get it. I understand the process. For success to happen, everyone needs to make sacrifices, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But, he didn't do that. So, but what I am going to say about Clarkson is he is one of the most prolific scorers we have on the team besides Brunson.
Facts.
Like, this man can be potent. And I've been saying, Clarkson, get in the lab, get in with Brunson, do what you got to do outside of practice. And I'm telling you, it's going to be the make or break of you this season. And what do you know? He had an interview with Ian Begley, and he told Begley, he says, we've been in the lab. We've been working behind the scenes. And I'm going to say something right now. It shows.
Yep.
It definitely shows. And I'm saying not only is it going to be make or break for him this season, it's going to be make or break for us in the playoffs. It's
Yep.
going to be the difference between a third-round exit and a finals appearance, in my
Bingo.
opinion. So
You in the money with that.
what I'm saying is, Jordan Clarkson, yo, big salute to you. I know you had the rant on Twitter, but it doesn't matter now. Now we all need you to lock in. We all know what you can bring. Bring it, because you're going to be the piece that takes us over the hump. And so is
Yep.
Cat, but I think that Jordan Clarkson is an integral part of that.
So
That's my piece about Clarkson.
So okay, so I got a question before you go, right? So with Jordan Clarkson, would you consider playing him over Alvarado when Deuce gets back and let Deuce just be the backup point guard? We know he's not the greatest playmaker, but you know, he's been the point guard before. Would you let Deuce, you know, run the show with Clarkson in the postseason and sit Alvarado out?
Alvarado's getting kicked out of the rotation in that aspect, yes. I'm sorry, Alvarado, but you know, we need guys on the floor that are, you know, even Clarkson's playing okay defense right now too. He's getting in front of guys.
I was getting there. Yep.
He's being a supportive role in the defensive end. So, and it's not that I don't like Alvarado. I think Alvarado is a great facilitator. But right now, for what we need scoring.
10
Bingo.
So,
Yep.
But hey, man, thanks for
100%.
taking my call. Salute to you.
Big
thanks
time.
for doing the show.
Thank you, family.
Let's go Knicks.
Thank you. Big time salute, my man Joe. Yo, Joe was on the money. The only thing I would disagree with Joe with is the unprofessional Clarkson. Besides that one moment with the fan, Clarkson has been incredible. I mean, he jumped in Alvarado's post-game interview when Alvarado was playing well and gave him the light. This is when Clarkson was out of the rotation. The players rave about him. Even Mike Brown commended him for his professionalism. And that shows me that maybe there wasn't no like real problem with the coaches. And maybe Mike Brown communicated with Clarkson, like, look, you're going to get another shot, but this is the change we have to make because we wanted to shift the way we defend. And salute to my man Khalil from the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. By the way, if you're a member, you need to get inside that Discord server. It's very, very great conversation. Even though we had a debate last night, it was cool. But Khalil, you know, he did the research, right? Because I keep telling y'all that the reason why Kolek and Clarkson was removed from the lineup, it was a defensive move, not an offensive move. And he pulled it up. He said, yo, the defensive rating shot up when Kolek was out of the rotation. So big time salute to him. And that's what we do on this channel. You feel me? We share information. And that's all I go by. I go by the information. I could give a damn who plays, who starts, who does this. Whoever is best for the Knicks, that's what I go with. But by the way, continue to smash that like button. All right, it's important that we continue to get the likes up. Big time salute to my man, AP. I appreciate you. My man, JJ in the building. Pat, the engineer. Oh, thank you, man. He said he liked the hat. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate you. Some of the MVP donors in the building. Of course, Maxine, the super producer. We got to continue to get the likes up. All right. It's very important. OG Ananobi. Oh God, we know it's Ananobi. Give him a pass. We know who he's talking about. Sometimes I'll butcher names too, especially the foreign names. Yeah, I get those wrong all the time, but I do pronounce Brzezinski correct because it is pronounced Brzezinski, believe it or not. Also, while you at it, subscribe because we know that most of you guys are not subscribed in the last 28 days. Well over 58.8% of you guys are not subscribed. So help us close the gap. And of course, at the 5K milestone mark, we will give away the rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. By the way, these are the rules to the call-up show. If you are triggered, like my man LD would say, by the way, I updated the sound, you know. So when you hear that, is either somebody's triggered and I just want to have fun, or that's a callback. So that's going to be the sound for when somebody calls back. And the way to call back is to send in a donation. You could do Cashapp, Super Chat, regular chat, no matter what you want to do. Also, if you can't call up because you're at work and you still want to contribute, you could also send in a super and I will treat it in place of a call. So that's your choice. If you can't call up, or if you can call up, either way, you're appreciated. All right. So a couple of things too, while I wait for you guys to call. Mike Brown spoke at the podium, and I felt like he was cooking. You know, he talked about the physicality, teams not feeling us defensively, giving up wide open threes. You know what I'll do? Let me see if I have it on this screen here. Bam. Nope, that's not it. That's from the show I did the other day. All right, I'm gonna pull it up from here. Let me go to schedule, click on the game. And a couple of things I noticed about this game that kind of like really grinded my gears. Just I truly believe the narrative of entitlement is so accurate. You know, like you start out in the first quarter, and you know the Golden State Warriors have 35 points in the first quarter. They're shooting 45% from three, 61% from the field, and they don't got none of their guys. This right here is what happens when you are entitled and you think that you could just come back, you play to the level of competition. You don't have a sense of urgency, right? So you see my man Quentin Post had 8 points, picking and popping, getting open threes. And this is what Mike Brown was talking about. Like, Quentin Post had too much space and opportunity, and he can play. We seen Quentin Post too. Santos, Post, and Pajitsky, we know those guys. Now, Pajitsky came out there thinking he was Steph. You know what I'm saying? But the only difference I would say between he and Steph is he got to the free throw line, right? And we had trouble dealing with him. He looked like he was an all-star out there, the way he carried the team. Very good player. And you know what? I feel like now I see why Kerr benched him for Klay Thompson. This kid could play. And he's not a slouch on defense. You know what I'm saying? And they just completely out-hustled us, out-muscled us. They won the rebounding battle 13-8. So, like, for me, rebounding is the lifeblood to our success. All right? And I'm going to give you the record, right? So anytime DRMD dominated the rebounding matchup differential, okay, we are 31-14. So when we come out and we're not rebounding and we're not defending the three ball, it's a recipe for a loss. After leading after the first quarter, we're 19-18, barely above 500. That's just because we went on this little win streak. But we've been losing a lot of first quarters. We've been losing a lot of first quarters. Why is that? Some people talk about the starting lineup change. They want to change it. I'm going to address that later on today on the podcast. I'm going to give y'all some interesting information about the starting lineup. So be on the lookout for that show. But this thing right here, to me, is just, I don't know what else to chalk it up to besides entitlement. Like, this is a bad start to a game. A team scores 35 points. You're the number one defense in like the last 20-some games, and you give up 35 points to a team like this. Yes, I can try to cape for you and say, well, the scouting, it's hard to scout for a team like this. But there's no excuse, bro. No excuse for this. Now you got to fight. Now you in a dog fight. So now we go to the second quarter, right? And now that we're there, now we're playing catch up. Now, the good news about the second quarter, in my opinion, is I think this was our best defensive quarter of the entire game, because now we're playing catch up. So now we're going to make them feel us. We forced 9 turnovers in the second quarter alone. That's A1 effort. But you shouldn't have to do that in a comeback. You should do that with a comfortable lead. You do that, now you're up 20-something going into halftime. And now you can, play a little bit of, I hate to say prevent defense, but now you could play a little bit more defense in trying to protect the lead versus, just trying to fight the call back in the game. That takes too much energy. So we lucky that a whole bunch of nobody guys, right? Pajitsky did play 10 minutes, but LJ Cryer, who is that? Pat Spencer is a guy who's a backup to the backup. All right? Will Richards is a guy who had 0 points in 30 minutes against the Wolves. Like all of these guys making hustle play. Now, Gary Payton II really killed us. This was his quarter. Okay, out of all the quarters, he had 8 points. He was just driving in transition. Matter of fact, I don't remember the exact. Hold on, let me go back to the team stats. What was the? So we held him to 15 point, to 6 points off turnover. Our transition, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Our transition defense is really good, really good, but when we're turning over the ball, we conceded 22 points. We normally do a better job. Like these 22 points give the Warriors life. They are a team that cannot score because they don't got their guys. So they have to score in chaos. And that's exactly what we did in the first quarter, for 100% sure. And then from there, it was a fight for life. But our transition defense is usually really good. I think that we got one of the best transition defenses in basketball, and the numbers show that. So that's what I'm going off of. But tonight, while we did do a good job in terms of limiting fast break points, they still were getting easy buckets in transition. Even on makes, they were out. Boop, let me get down, try to get a fast shot. But this was our best quarter to me defensively. And Gary Payton had to lead the charge scoring because they couldn't get buckets otherwise. This was all off of energy, effort, turnovers, transition, trying to get buckets fast. They scored 19 points. So this was a much better job, and then we had 9 rebounds to their 10. So if we would have rebounded, because this is what also kept them in the game, they kept us off the glass. Only 2 offensive rebounds. That's bad. All right. But we shot 33% from the field. We should have more offensive rebounds. Granted, we only took 6 shots. But OG Anunoby had to step up this quarter. Towns, 4 points in the second quarter to me was like, well, Draymond is not there. So why do I need to go hard? And this is what I'm saying. For me, we gotta do a better job of being motivated, when teams are, I'm gonna say when they don't present a certain challenge. And now it's like we gotta event a challenge, right? Like it's just they're too entitled. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. You guys could call up 646-995-8389. But the first half is what led to the second half and the events that unfolded there in the third quarter. And I'll get to that in a second. Big time salute to my man, Pat the Engineer. He said, big ups to the OKF Nation. Can't wait for the playoffs. The Lurkers, I think he meant the Lukers, are on a little roll. Yeah. The thing about the Lakers, Pat, and thank you for the super, by the way. I'm gonna go to the standings really quickly. They did this every year, by the way. For the last 3 years, the Lakers have done this consistently, right? So when you look at the Lakers, right? And hold on, give me a second. What is this? Hold on. You just refresh this. Let's refresh the page and resort it. Okay, cool. So look, because I was throwing me off the Eastern Conference. Anyway, when you look at the Lakers, right? They are one of the weirdest teams to me. Oh, I'm not in research mode. They are one of the weirdest teams to me in basketball because their differential is like so low. But they're the only team that defied differential. The only team. Every other team, the differential eventually leads to them, right, rising up or falling. But them, somehow, they are able to persevere and thrive. And I feel as though it's going to be interesting to see how they finish the season. I'm not sure what their strength of schedule is. But also, the rest of the West, they're not performing high level too. Like, all of these guys' differential fell. They all had like 6, 7, 8 differentials. They all down now. But this is a seesaw. So it's just too close to call right now. They're within a game and a half of each other, and this could go either way. But the way the Lakers are playing, with Luka, because Luka is the... See, the Lakers play a lot of hero ball. A lot of their games are close. So they find themselves having to dig out of tunnels because their defense is trash. But they're playing better. They're definitely playing better. They won 5 in a row. So, yeah, I hear you, Pat the Engineer. All right. Big time salute to everybody in the building. All right. This is where there's smoke, there's fire. All right. Feel free to call up. And also, I do got to let you guys know about Game Night, the latest addition to the 82-night series. All right. And you guys could go check this out now on the link tree. But if you're serious about following the postseason, I created Game Night, the playoff edition, all right, just for you. It's a playoff journal where you can track the bracket, write down your predictions, break down each series, and capture the moments that make the playoffs unforgettable. Don't just watch the playoffs, capture it. You can grab your copy right now. Links in the description. Not only that, it's on the screen. Linktree/TheObjectiveFan. All right, you can go there now. It's on sale, free shipping, and it arrives to your door right before the postseason. Don't just make it up and try to piece together the memories. Capture it now and expand your basketball knowledge beyond the horizon. And I look forward to seeing you guys inside of the 82 Nights Club. All right. Big time salute to everybody who placed their pre-orders. And yeah, it's going to be a fire playoff. So you just never know. This year could be the year. Okay. In the meantime, hold on. There's a couple of things. I was going to play the interview, but I just don't feel like dealing with copyright stuff today. So what I'll do is this. We'll go over. I think we came back from 21 points. Like, honestly, y'all, like that, that is wild, bro. You come back from 21 points, but oh yeah, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to look at this. So Karl-Anthony Towns, everybody expected him to put in work, right? And this was one of the predictions that they had. So Cat is set to feast on the depleted Warriors defense. Golden State walking in the MSG without his big three and 2 front court reinforcements. That is just not depleted. That is a skeleton crew. So we almost lost to the skeleton crew. And the man who stands to benefit the most is Towns. This is what everybody thought. Fortunately, Cat did not miss out on the game as he recovered from knee soreness. Right? That's good that it was only knee soreness, by the way. That sidelined him from the Pacers game. He was amazing in his only encounter with the Warriors this season, having 17 points, 20 rebounds. He should have had 37 and 20, but that's a whole nother topic. Cat's been dominating down the stretches. His points are up, and his rebounds are up, and his assists are up in the month of March. That's facts, all facts. Because the Warriors do not have an interior presence defender, at least we thought that. Post looked like he was a solid-ass interior defender in moments of this game. Right? Even a 32-point performance, which we did not get from Towns, is the lowest expectation. If he faces the opponent's defense without hesitation, also goes to the line multiple times, a 40-point game would be feasible. So what happened? And then my client, of course, Mikal Bridges. I'll get to him in a second. But what do y'all? Why isn't it that Cat, who has clear advantages, why don't we get Cat more opportunities inside? Is it a Jalen Brunson thing? By the way, salute to all the channel members that was in the building. I did an unfiltered thought talking about Jalen Brunson's passing. And it was a fire video. I don't want to hear nobody ever say Brunson doesn't pass the ball. Hey, what's going on? Caller, state your name. Let the people know where you're calling from.
What up, Ron? This is Vic.
What's going on? Is this Vic from PA?
Yeah, Vic from PA.
Okay, we must be on a different number. That's cool. Where we going though, family?
Okay, I didn't even watch the game yesterday.
Okay.
I listened.
Good.
To
You didn't get a heart attack. Cause you would have got one.
No, I listened to the commentary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just to see a different perspective from other people.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask you a question, man. Take all the numbers out of it. Hey,
okay.
Take all the numbers out of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you was the owner,
okay,
and you go to the front and you sit down and watch these games all year, you telling me what Dolan said, you think Dolan really feel that?
Yeah, well, I think he did feel it, but maybe he did get a reality check when he walked out of that game when we got smacked by somebody. I can't remember who that was. But maybe, I don't know, because the jury's still out. You know, we got time. Because we still got a playoffs to go. Like, if we lose in the playoffs crazy, that will cement it. But I do think when he said it, he believed it, yes.
All right, I'm going to give you a New York analogy. You got a strong team, you getting somewhere. You got a weak team, you ain't going to be on the block too much. Mike is soft.
Ooh, okay.
Mike is soft, man, and that's why the team is soft.
Oh, I got you.
Tom,
so you did. I got you. Go ahead.
Tom Thibodeau, hard-nosed bull. I don't care what y'all talking about. This is what we doing, man. Bring your hard hat to work. This is what we doing. I heard something from Mike Brown in an interview one day, and he said certain people got leeway. I think that's a problem.
Did he say who, or was he just being general?
He was being general, but I already knew who he was talking about.
Right, we know, that's how he speak now, because I think they told him to not call anyone out anymore. But I don't have no proof on that, but I think that's what will happen. Go ahead.
But if you giving people leeway, and the right people ain't got the leeway and know when to lead, that's why we're going through the problems we're going through, because he don't know how to lead.
Okay.
There's no way that we should be D-League players.
Yeah.
This is the NBA team. You want to go to the finals. The team, the top 5 players, they shouldn't even play after 6 minutes in the third quarter.
That's fact.
Like, if I'm Dolan, I'm waking up tight to them. Like, we got to have a meeting. What's going on here? And y'all losing against bum teams. And you can barely beat the bum teams that you do beat. I'm sorry, man. I have no faith in the Knicks, man. I have no faith in them. I'm telling you, second round, man. Second round, and people got to go.
Well, yeah, that's given. If we go to second round, they out of there. I'm with you on that. 100%.
Brother, I hope we get out the first round.
Damn.
We better hope I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm telling you, I understand the numbers. I understand them.
10
but
seconds.
my eyes don't tell me that.
So you think the entitlement is going to cost us?
Yes.
I got you, Vic, man. Thank you, man. Great call, my brother. I feel
Enjoy.
you, man. Big time. All right. Yo, you know what? Whether I agree with everything he said or not, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna say I think my man has a point. He has a lot of good points. He went to Dolan and he said there's no way Dolan could be happy with this. You know, he said about the things he said. I do think in the moment he believed it, but does he feel the same way now? I wouldn't be surprised if it changed. The one thing I would say, we can't, we can't be like Stephen A. Vic. We can't just throw it away because we almost lost to the Warriors, because almost don't count, right? You could almost win a damn championship too. I take the almost win a damn championship. So I hear you though. It doesn't look good and it doesn't help our case, right? It doesn't feel right winning like this, but a win is a win and it counts on the record. You feel me? So listen, y'all know how I get down. I'm judging this team very harshly. So, I mean, not just harshly. I meant to say not harshly. That sounds bad. Whoa. Meaning that I'm willing to get into the mud if I need to and call this team out. But I still think we had a great shot to do great things. And one regular season game doesn't change it. Remember, we don't get too high on our wins, or at this point, we don't get too low on our wins. And we don't get too low on the losses, right? I'm not going to throw away the season or the playoffs because we lost one game. This is the same team that blew out Denver. This is the same team that won the Cup championship, right? It's just a team that has a lot of issues. And I think the first quarter issues are a huge problem. I don't remember because I wasn't tracking it last year. No, I wasn't tracking first quarters last year. So I don't know what our record is in first quarters. I could look it up, but the first quarter starts, I think, are a problem. And we're struggling to win those games, no matter who it is. And we really need to make a change. Now, some of you guys are going to say change the starting lineup. I'm going to talk about that on the next show. I'm doing a show probably around 7 something. I'm going to do the podcast This Week Inside the Knicks tonight. So, and that's going to be my flagship topic. Should we change the starting lineup? And I'm going to unpack that. But continue to smash that like button. All right. Very important for the algorithm. All right. Let's get the likes up. 100 likes minimum, not the maximum. And keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. This is where there's smoke, there's fire in the afternoon. Normally, this is a night show, but I figured that we get an opportunity to talk about the game because we didn't get a chance to do so last night. Call up. I'm curious to know your guys' thoughts on the game. Now, as far as my client is concerned, I spoke with the judge. If you don't know who my client is, it's a Mikal Bridges. I'm his attorney. I'm defending him. Now, one of the things I always say in my defense, as a good defense attorney, you should be able to know the strength of your case and the weaknesses of my case. Right now, the only weakness to my case is Mikal Bridges' shooting is bad. His shooting is horrible. Okay, and if I'm allowed to present evidence to the people, I can. But I did motion to the judge for an extension. Okay, and before I get into the defense of my client, I was bailed out by a call. J-Tap, what did I do wrong? Where we going, J-Tap? What's good?
You never do anything wrong, my man.
How you feeling though, man? Everything good?
Yeah, everything good. I just want to call in real quick, but about the game last night.
Mm-hmm.
To keep it 100, I was more locked in on the Discord than I was on the game.
Yes, me too.
Because the Discord was on fire last night.
Oh God.
I wanted to comment. But I couldn't. I can't type that fast. So I just let it be.
Oh yeah.
I stick my nose in once in a while. But yeah, the Discord's fire. So if you're not signed up for the Discord, jump up in there because
that's a fact.
It's fun. It's fun during the games.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a lot of fun.
All right. So the first thing we'll talk about is Mikal.
Okay, my client. Let's go.
I've been watching. I've been watching him or whatever. I really think that he doesn't want to be here.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I don't think he wants to be. I don't think he wants. I think he wants to be in New York, but I don't think he wants to be on the Knicks. Because you think about
Damn.
you think about his career path. He won in Villanova, was balling at Phoenix,
Right.
got traded for Durant, got his own team. He can do what he wants, take all the shots he wants, do all the dancing he wants to, all the plays are doing it for him.
Right.
And then Brunson and Hart come along, and they want to do this Villanova thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking Mikhail said, "Nah, I don't want to go there." And Knicks like, you know what? I give
Really?
him 2 picks. I think it's just my theory, but and the Knicks are like, "Nah, we give you 2 picks." And Bridges like, "Nah, we give you 3 picks. Nah, we give you 5 picks." The Nets is like, "You know what, Bridges, pack your bags, you gone." Right? So
What? Okay.
I don't think he wants to be here. It's my opinion or whatever, but he went from being the main man on one team to the fourth option on another.
Bro, listen, because you're my man, I do want to help you. I want to help your argument a little bit. Remember, he signed that extension, that 4-year, 5-year, 150. I think it's 4 years. But anyway, whatever, the 150. He signed that this summer. So did he make that his mind up he doesn't want to be here before that or after that?
It's $150 million. I'm signing it too. You know what I mean? I'm signing it
But you
too.
could have got traded. Oh, you're right. Because if he would have got traded, he might not have gotten. But yeah,
exactly. All right.
Good point.
So,
okay.
So as far as Cat, I'm gonna talk about Cat too. As far as he's concerned, I'm getting more day by day, game by game. I'm getting more and more. I'm getting more and more respect for that man. You know, he came to New York. He wants to be here. He does. He's gone through the fire.
Yep.
They ran him through the gauntlet. He cried. He complained. But right now, he stopped complaining.
He has.
Stopped crying to the refs. He's starting to get the whistle. He's hitting the boards.
Yep.
Doing his thing. Even though Cat looks him off all the time and passes Josh, it's all good. He'll still get up in the paint, you know, rebound and shoot his shots. So I think that Cat's gonna stay here, and Brunson's out of here before Cat. Honestly, I think this is gonna be Cat's team. I think this is gonna be Cat's team. I think this is gonna be Cat's team.
Well, like I would have been with you. But I think Giannis is coming. This will be Giannis's team. Yes. Yes.
If Giannis comes, then he's gonna get traded for Brunson or something. I don't see it lasting much longer. The Hart, Brunson.
Wow.
I don't see it lasting much longer.
That's deep. It's a very deep statement, Jay. You went there today, brother.
I smoked the joint, so you know I'm another level right now.
I got you.
All right, man, I'm out of here. Peace.
It didn't sound like it though, man. It sounded like you was cooking, man. Big time salute, Jay.
I'm out of here.
All right.
Peace.
Peace. That's my man J Tap, OKF Nation Plus member, Knicks Tape Matters Discord server, channel member, and one of the first mods. That's why when he calls up, he don't get no clout. That's my man for real. And he argues with me every day, but that's my man. Big time salute to him. I got another guy from the Discord. Let's see where he's gonna go. This guy was raising my blood pressure up more than the game yesterday. Let's see what he got, where he's going. Hopefully he answers. But keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. All right. D, what's going on? Hold on. Let me get him back. Let me try him one more time. Because he literally just called. Hold on, D. I'm calling you right back if you're listening. I know it's a little bit of a delay. And if I miss your call, I will call back for the record. So just be on the lookout for my call back. All right. I'm not sure what's going on with his line. D,
please leave
you
your
there?
message.
Nah, he's not. He'll call back. I do got another caller. (646-995-8389). Where there's smoke, there's fire in the afternoon. All right, he ain't answering. I got one more call back. Hold on, wait. D was trying to call back. That's what it was. D, are you there?
I'm not triggered.
Let's go. Yo, by the way, I made it louder too. So it sounds fire now. I love that sound bite, bro. Yo, everything is good, man. Everything is good, man. Yo, I had a great night's sleep, and yeah, we cooking with hot grease, man. Where we going?
If you can, I would love that gentleman. Maybe I got to go back and rewind what led to him making that statement about Jalen Brunson. But I would love to get more details of why he thinks the Knicks will move off of Jalen Brunson and keep Cat. That's actually an interesting conversation. The only thing I can think of is the financial aspect of it, which I still don't think would happen. But it's that, how do you pay a Jalen Brunson? But that's a topic for another day, right?
Right.
I want to talk to my Knicks fans directly. All right?
Okay.
I don't know if you've talked about this already. You probably have, because you be on top of the news. But hey, Knicks fans, there's about to be 2 more teams in the NBA.
Oh, yeah. That's coming.
So, hey, Knicks, this year, let's get it done. Because more competition is coming in 2 years, which is crazy. That quickly, they're going to add 2 more teams. Obviously, they're going to be bottom of the league teams, whatever, but it's still 2 more teams in the NBA. And that 2 more teams could equate to another 15 years of no championships. So, I mean,
bingo.
Because
they're gonna get top picks. They're gonna get top picks, and they could draft. You know, from a pool of the guys available in the league. You could build a ninth man. That ninth man, you wind up getting a Jimmy Butler young before he becomes Jimmy Butler. You draft him. Yeah.
And I'm like, I had heard, obviously things were happening, whatever case may be. But when I saw the news this morning, I'm like, oh goodness God, why? Can y'all just give us like 5 more years? But that quick. You know what I'm saying? They're moving forward with 32 teams now. It seems like they're both it seems like they're both going to be on the West. So who moves east? Probably Memphis.
I think they might move New Orleans or Memphis. Yeah, one of them like Midwest teams. They're gonna move over.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Damn.
Wow.
Man, I was not excited
crazy
about that.
And if I could piggyback off of what you just said too, that's very important. Is the money gets even more divided.
Right.
Don't forget that part. They sharing them. It's not like more money comes. No, they got to share the pie. So if you were getting 110, that goes down to 104, just for example purposes. Not like that, but.
And actually, to your point, it'd be interesting to see how adding 2 more teams affects, or adding 2 more teams works under this new second apron. That's
God.
Knicks win it this year, bro. But to kind of you got to win it. But in closing, I don't think the Knicks will ever make this Cats team over Jalen Brunson's. I don't think that can. No, not at all.
Yeah, me either. I don't see that. It's the mentality holds him back. Like,
not at all.
It's the mentality, bro. It's not even just the coach. Yeah, the system is not designed for it, but he don't demand nothing, bro. He's just
it's not happening because let's not forget. Before I go, Cat has had the opportunity to own a team twice. It happened when Jimmy Butler joined. Jimmy Butler led him to his first playoffs. They gave the keys back to Cat. Nothing happened until Ant-Man came and took it away from him again. So we've already seen Cat try to be the 1A on the winner. It was more Kevin Love than it was Jalen Brunson results. You know what I'm saying? So, not at all. But I'm going to holler at you, though, bruh.
Big time salute, D. I appreciate the call. All right. That's my man D from LA, man. We get into some serious debates, but that's my man all day, every day. I like D because he always comes with a differing view, and it's kind of like outside the box thinker. So when you got people like that, man, you're never gonna always agree, but he be on the point. And he, like, if I get to spend a little bit of time on the expansion team, like that right there can impact your growth because they're going to get access to all the talent. And if a Wemby's coming out that or if it not, like they got basically, I think you could protect 8 guys. So they get access to every team's 9 through 15. How many nice players are on 9 through 15 on a lot of teams? So it could definitely shrink your window. I mean, I think the window has already been shrunken like to 1+1. Like we gotta get results in order for this team to come back. And as far as Jalen Brunson's bag, I think Jalen Brunson is level-headed to know, like, yo, you know, I'm not going to get $400 million if I don't win the championship, right? I think Jalen Brunson will work with us. You know, I don't think that it is going to be as difficult as people are making it out to be. But that's just me. You never know. It is a lot of money on the line. But we'll see. 646-995-8389. Call up. You know, we talking about a lot. What's going on? Trey, man, talk to me, family. How you feeling, man? Queen's in the building. Let's go.
Yo, I'm feeling better. Last night I was so mad with Mikal Bridges. I started texting your number 646-995. I forgot.
You did?
Like this is the hot. I was so mad. I'm like, Mikal Bridges' lawyer. Where are you? Like,
damn.
Yo.
They always coming for me though, to be honest. And I still got a defense for my client. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But go ahead, man.
Nah, I can hold you down with one thing though. Come playoff time, he is needed for us to be successful. So I think what we should do, we reduce his minutes, or even take him out the starting lineup, embarrass his ass a little bit, and get him motivated to play some good ball for when the playoffs come. Because right now, it just ain't clicking. Plus, we the only team in the league that our starting five, we don't have a certified sniper on the floor. Everybody has a Peyton Pritchard. Everybody has something. And we got 3 guys that are iffy, you know what I'm saying, with the shooting. So we just got to remember, like, defense wins championships. And if we lock in, you know what I'm saying, we stand a chance. But Mikal Bridges has to sit down for laundry for my dog, for the Shamit dude. The Shamit is a certified floor spacer. You know what I'm saying? Even back when we had Dante DiVincenzo, that floor was because we had a gunner out there. We have to have one. We can't just have a bunch of hearts. Hart only took 6 shots last night. Yo, bro, we need what we need. You know what I'm saying? So we get some shooting, take him out the slow his rotation minutes down, and get him ready for the playoffs because that's when it's gonna count, man. Straight up. But what he had 7 last night?
Yeah.
The nigga had 7. Josh Hart took 6 shots, and this nigga had 7. Like, yo, that's why, because you was talking about it, I think earlier. Like, yo, the first quarter. For the last 10 games, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, we got to play comeback basketball. And why is that? Why do you think we're getting off to a slow start in the first quarter? Because we don't have a floor spacer. We don't have one. So Brunson,
is our floor spacer? Is our floor spacer injured right now and is getting ready to come back in April?
You talking about Deuce?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Deuce ain't a starter. So either way, we having a problem with this starting lineup. And it's 10 times in a row. How many times, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mike Brown, bro, don't be insane over this. Like, we're losing every first quarter, bro. Even to the Warriors with no Steph, no Jimmy, no Draymond. Even to the Warriors, we get slapped around in the first, bro. We were down 20 points to the Warriors.
Without their guys.
And that's because Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges, we can't have both of y'all in the lineup. Like, there's only room for one nigga who don't want to shoot that much and just want to play defense. We don't have room for 2 of y'all. And then if OG is struggling, now we got 3 niggas out here who that's why in the first quarter, because it's like, okay, one of y'all ain't gonna be clicking. And every first quarter, 1, possibly 2, ain't clicking. We get Shamit in the lineup. Now Brunson got a little bit more room and Cat can get some more wide open threes. You know what I'm saying? But when there's no floor spacer, I'm a crowd Brunson, and Cat, you know, he might not even be aggressive, so I ain't even got to worry about him that much. Yeah, bro, it's just a recipe for us to lose. So we gotta tinker this starting lineup now. You know what I'm saying? And right before the playoffs, let's get all of the BS out of our system. Let's just get it out now.
Please, I pray for that. I pray for us getting the bad basketball out of our system, for sure.
And how much is Mikal paying you, bro, for you to be this nigga's lawyer? How much is he paying you, bro?
You know what? Not enough.
Yo, bro, the next time he does this, I'm going to text that number again. I know it's the chat. I'm going to text it again. Yo.
Okay.
Man. Yo, you my dog, though, man. You good, though?
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy, man. I'm talking basketball on a Monday, so big time salute, brother.
Yo, man, appreciate you, gang. I hit you back.
Thank you. All right. Hey, man, look, I'm getting ready to defend my man Mikel, but I'm gonna say this, y'all. You know, he's not paying me the most money, right, to defend him. But I do have somewhat of a defense. I spoke to the judge. I was granted a motion to delay the trial for Mikel until after the playoffs. Because, like some of the brothers insinuated, that, Mikel Bridges is someone who has had success in the playoffs, right? I got to check up on this because, this is part of my job to research Mikel. But, he still, when I last checked, he had the #1 defensive field goal percentage in the fourth quarter. He plays the best fourth quarter defense. He locks down. He makes clutch blocks. So we know how clutch he could be defensively, not offensively. Don't get him twisted. But so that I was granted my motion by the judge. So we're gonna, the trial will be at the end of the playoffs for Mikel Bridges, and we're gonna have another a meeting discussing Mikel at the end of the regular season. But the finale to the trial will be over at the end. I'm gonna say this though. Now, I could not defend him in the Clippers game. He had 7 points, right? We needed more offense, clearly. And then in the Lakers game, he had 0. There's no defense for that. So I'm just letting y'all know, as a good attorney, my defense for Mikel is not to excuse his poor shooting. We do want to acknowledge it. It's a very big part of the problem. However, in defense of my client, he hasn't cost us the game. We won the game. Now, he could have cost us the game, and he is a -2 to all the plus-minus gods. He did not cost us the game. Okay? He was on the floor during the pivotal moments, during the runs, and we were able to win the game. Now, I'm not advocating for 7 points for a starter. He should be in double digits every night. I agree. But if you take away the 0-point game, the 9-point, the 0 and the 7-point game and the losses, the brother's been playing decent basketball offensively. I think defensively is where my case is strong. I could point out all the defensive numbers in the world to show you that Mikel defensively is having an impact on the game, but his offense is trash. I'm not going to, there's no way I could deny it. So all he has to do is just make some buckets and he'll be fine. I'm going to talk more about the starting lineup on the next show, though. But in defense of my client, I was granted more time by the judge. And then we will revisit these matters then. But y'all could always call to complain about Mikel. And I will never defend his bad shooting. All right? Keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. I'm calling some numbers back. So if I missed your call, please answer.
Yeah, hello.
How's it going? Caller, station name, where you calling from, family?
I'm good, man. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, man. How's it going, family?
Everything's good, man.
My name is Jamie, brother. My name is Jamie.
Brooklyn, Jamie. Okay, Jamie. Where we going, man? How you feeling? What's your thoughts on the game?
I'm good, man. I don't like the start of the game, man. You know, these slow starts are no good, man, because what happens is, man, it's become a pattern already. And we're going into the playoffs, man, and we're going in real cold, you know. So yeah, we're looking real weak. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the maneuvering with Mike Brown. I don't think Mike Brown is a good coach for this team. That's my personal opinion. I think, you know, stepping away from Thibodeau, I think we should have got a better coach than that. And I don't think Mike Brown is the coach, man. To be honest with you, I don't think the Knicks are going to make it past the second round. That's my personal opinion. And that's how I see, man, the season going right now with this team and this coach.
So is it like the matchup, because potentially it's going to be Boston? Is it that Boston you think is a good team, or you just think that no matter who's there, this team is not good enough to get over that hump?
I just don't think the team is being coached well enough right now, even to beat bad teams right now. You know, we're barely getting by bad teams. So when we get to the playoffs, you know, the level just intensifies. And from there on, you know, the coaching has to be subpar. And I don't think the coaching is subpar right now against bad teams when you start facing better and elite teams, you know. So I don't know, man. I just don't feel good with this coach. I think I don't know how much long this tenure is gonna last, But as a Knicks fan, you know, we need a championship. I'm hurting, and it just looks like it's not going to be the year for us, man. That's my personal opinion.
Wow. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not here to challenge your opinion.
Yeah.
Where does Leon Rose fall in this? You know,
man, Leon Rose, man. To be honest with you, I think he's done a good job. You know, he's came in here, changed the culture a little bit. You know, it was bad before he got here. You know, we was hurting when Phil Jackson was here. You know, we was like, that was a bad marriage right there. You know, we was just giving him money. So I think he's came in here, he's done his thing. You know, he's got some good players. You know, I just think it's the coaching. I think it's all about coaching. So we you know, you need a championship coach, new philosophies. I don't know, like I know Mike Brown has this philosophy with Golden State and all these great coaches and stuff like that. And I just don't think that he's just applying it right with this team. I don't know. I like Mikal Bridges. He has been playing great. You know, all of our players have been playing. I think Cat has been playing a lot better. And but I just hope they step it up in the playoffs. You know, I hope they did what they did last year. They are seasoned. They got another year under their belt, so they may turn it up. You know, they may turn it up. You know, if they got that dog in them, if they do have the dog in them, they could all step it up all at once. But it's gonna have to be Cat. He's gonna have to be the leader of all that. And Cat and Brunson, Cat and Brunson. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, Jamie, man. Great call. I'm gonna lock in your name and number right now. So I got you, man. Brooklyn, stand up all day. I do appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right. It's my man Brooklyn Jamie right there. He was cooking. You know, I can't disagree from because that's his opinion. You feel me? So, and I feel like, you know, when you watch the game and you analyze what's going on, sometimes it does look hard, like, is this team really, like, we don't got the, I'm gonna keep it real. We don't got the look of a champion right now. We don't got the look of a champion right now. And I think that is a huge problem. Hold on. Really quickly, just make sure I'm on point. I see the supers. I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, I don't think we have the look of a champion right now. Right? So it's gonna be hard for a lot of us to really think that we actually have a shot when we aren't performing. Well, all right, here's my thing. So when he says what he says, right, I go back to the 1958. I'm going to always go back there. Only one team in NBA history has won the championship without having an MVP or an All-NBA first team. One of the two. Only one team in history. That's the Detroit Pistons in 2004. We had number 9 came on here, and he explained how good that team was. That team had 4 All-Stars. This team that we have now does not have 4 All-Stars. This team does not have the elements that Detroit Pistons team had. So don't try to use that as the exception. Our best hope right now is that Jalen Brunson becomes an All-NBA first team, which he actually has the potential to do. So because we don't have that, when Brooklyn Jamie says what he says about the second round, according to the basketball gods philosophy, it works that way. By the way, really quickly, and I'm going to take, I got you, Zach. I'm going to call you right back, Zach. I'm going to get you on here. Just to let you guys know, these are the call-up show rules. Everybody gets 3 minutes. You hear the let's go, and then the buzzer, and when you hear that, that's the end of the call. Now, we do have a thing called the $5 callback rule, okay? And like my man D from LA, he'll say, once you hear that, that's when you know somebody wants to call back in. Now, of course, you don't have to be triggered. You know, we say that mostly in jest, but now a lot of times people are triggered because they're going to say something you disagree with. So the way you call back up is by sending in a donation. Cashapp, Super Chats, all of that, and that'll get you back on the line. Big time salute to my man D from LA on the Supers. And as I say that, continue to get the likes up. But my man D said, Blazers picked Dame over Aldridge. Brunson greater than Cat. Ooh. Damn, I wonder why you went there. Aldridge was nice, so I can't even throw shade on Aldridge. Aldridge definitely, but I'm not sure if Aldridge was all NBA team. Hold on. Continue to smash that like button. It's very important for the algorithm that we get the likes up. I'm sorry, I'm just tripping over my words this morning. Hold on. I'm just out of curiosity. I just want to see how many all NBA teams that did Aldridge make. Because I get where he's going. Damn, I spelled it wrong. Hold on. Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge. Bam. 5-time All-NBA, 7-time All-Star. It's kind of similar. It's a little, only difference though, D, I would say Aldridge is a little older, which Towns is a little older than Brunson. This is actually a good point, D. You may be on to something there. Continue to smash that like button. D, you may be on to something with that analogy. He said Leon is an A+ so far, but this season could turn to a C+. That's fact. Thank you, D, for that as well. Because New York City, salute to that. Because to all the people, right? And I'm gonna continually do this until the playoffs, right? As we get the likes up. To all of you guys who criticize every part of this team, whether it be Brunson, whether it be Cat, whether it be Mike Brown, do understand that the one X factor in all of those things is Leon Rose. He brought those guys here. So when you're criticizing those guys, do you criticize Leon Rose? I like how he said A+ to a C+. A+ to a C+. By the way, if you can't call up, you could always send in a donation, and I will respond to it in place of a call. Cashapp, Linktrees, Supers, okay? All right? Big time salute to my man D from LA. But are you giving him that criticism because he signed Jalen Brunson, he traded for Cat, he hired Mike Brown, he hired Coach Tibbs? Where do you give Leon Rose flack? A lot of you guys, I never say nothing bad about Leon. And I think that that's by design. All right? Zach, I am calling you back. Hopefully you can answer 646-995-8389. What's good, Zach?
Yo, what's good, Karan?
Man, nothing much, man. See, I did the show, man. You inspired this show this afternoon because you said, man, we need to talk about the game. So I said, damn, maybe I should do it early where there's smoke, there's fire. But what say you?
What say me? Oh, was I very dismayed by our performance last night, to say the least. It was underwhelming, both on the coaching side and the player side. So many critiques to go around. It's really impossible to, pick one single thing. The lack of effort on the defensive end was my biggest plight. They honestly looked like a team that thought they could give Golden State Warriors any shot they wanted and they would miss it and it would just be an easy win. And whether it's a G League team or a second string team, these are still players that have played basketball their whole lives. And if you give them open shots, they're most likely going to make them. If you give them open lanes, they're going to be able to get to the hoop. And we played, that's how we played yesterday. We played as though they had no chance against us. And that's not a good mindset to have at any point in a game. My issue with that is not that it's going to cost us in the later round, in the playoffs. My issue with that is that's more a mindset that shouldn't be available to a team, no matter who you're playing.
Right.
And that starts with the coach, and he can get mad all he wants, but unless you push the right buttons, it doesn't really matter how angry you get. And you have to set precedent by not playing players when they play that way. And really, the only player that I see him making an example of is Mikal Bridges, and he's not the only player playing terribly.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Zach. That's my client. Great job. I'm gonna submit that to evidence. But go ahead.
Well, I mean, you got immunity on the whole Mikal Bridges thing, so just know that. I mean, even if you saw Mikal Bridges actually made, he drove to the basket, missed it, and then rebounded his own shot and
Yep.
made the putback. So there's you
Mm-hmm.
can't, you wanna look at like the overall game. Look at these little intricacies that go into it. People miss
Right.
these little things. That's really important in a game. So I'm not going to get on Mikal Bridges solely. It was a team lack of effort.
Of
And in
course.
that third quarter, look how well Cat played underneath. They fed him the ball and he kept getting to the hoop. Why not
Bingo.
continuously do that? Why is Mike Brown saying, stop this nonsense and feed him? Stop looking away from him. Alvarado has turned into a shell of what he was in the first 5 games that he came here. What is Mike Brown not doing to
10
exemplify the fact that he
seconds.
cannot play this way? And he's allowing him to continuously play this way. Last
Right.
thought, the starting lineup isn't the issue. We saw what
Okay.
happened when Shamet was in the starting lineup for those 2 games. He was getting beat off the ball. He wasn't hitting shots. That's not the issue. This is a team and coach issue on the overall, and they need to fix it. But I don't think it's going to be an issue in the playoffs. I think it's more of a mentality issue that they need to fix now.
Right. And I want to ask you something else on the way out. You talked about the entitlement, things of that nature. Now, that's what I want to ask you. Shaq and Kobe. Well, Shaq, you didn't bring that up, but somebody refers to Brunson and Cat like they should be like Shaq and Kobe, right? I think that the system doesn't allow for it. I think that that's a counter to the way they want to play. Do you think that there's a solution that Mike Brown could come up with to implement that? Or is he just doing that in spite of his system? And maybe his assistant coaches is telling him, but is there a world under Mike Brown where they could get that, synergy with Brunson and Towns, feature him in the post?
Oh, I do believe. I mean, if they ran more 1-3 pick and rolls, where then Cat gets to run down and run into the paint, and you're bringing up the 2 guards, which opens up the paint. You can do it that way. You can have Cat float to the corner and and bring the 2 guards up. There's lots of different ways to do it. It's just Mike Brown's trying to utilize his read and react offense, which
Right.
is
Exactly.
great when we're cooking. When everybody's hitting their threes, it's going to look like a magical piece of art. But when the game's getting dirty and you're playing in a half-court offense, you're going to have to put Cat in the paint from the start or have him roll to the paint by bringing out the other players. That's how you do it. And Mike Brown doesn't
Got it.
seem to be emphasizing that to the team. So
Right.
it's coaching when it comes to that. He has to force not only say Cat get down underneath, but he also has to force the point guard and the 2 guard to say look for him underneath.
Yeah. I just don't think it. I hear you. No, you came up with some great ways it could happen. I just don't see it happening. And I think the main X factor is, yes, the system, but I think it's Cat. I think Cat is the reason why it doesn't happen, because he's not aggressive enough. But thank you, man. I appreciate you, Zach, man. Great insight.
Appreciate you
Big time
guys.
salute,
OKF
family.
Nation. Best content than that. And I'm triggered.
Thank you, family. Triggered. Hold on. Big time. All right, salute.
Peace.
All right, yeah. So that's the trigger sound bite. Hold on. I do got my man from Brooklyn. I gotta get Brooklyn in the building. All right, and yeah, if you want to call back, you guys know what you got to do if you're triggered.
All circuits are busy. Please try your call again later. Announcement 8.
Did that say all circuits is busy? What the hell? What's going on this morning? Hold on, let me try him again. Got to get Brooklyn back on the line.
My guy.
What's good, family?
My guy. What's the vibes, man?
Hey, it's good, man. We cooking with hot grease. We talking about the game last night, man.
Yes,
what was your thoughts on that game? Damn.
Man, I've been watching, man. These guys gonna have to pay you, man, a little early in advance if they're gonna be getting extended time. But it's all love, man. And I'm open to it if I have to. You know what? I'm going to objectively speak, man, because what we've seen described from this team in terms of our ability to come back from large deficits should be highlighted more. I don't know if it's just me. Like, in any way we go about it, right, I think that's a positive, because although it's probably a negative to some in terms of our slow starts and us getting into these large deficits, we've shown not just this year but last year that this unfortunately is our staple. Now, in terms of the playoffs and the terms and what this modern day basketball game is described in terms of the pace and the high proficient threes, that bodes well for us. Like, we literally came back 2 games in a row from 20 points. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
with experimental lineups, with the standings right as close as they are. Now, maybe there's a
Yes.
world where the front office and Mike Brown is like, hey, we do got some cushion. We're going to continue to throw Clarkson out there if he's hot over the last couple games, or maybe we will give Jameson and Huck Porty some run in the event that Mitch is not playing. Like, we gotta really analyze the year. Like, I hear people complain, everybody's down in the dumps, but most of us got us coming out the East. Like, people gotta pick a side. Like, literally, people gotta pick a side. Game by game, Mitch is not playing back to get backs. Week by week, we got a starter out of the rotation. Like, when are we gonna come to realization this is a first-year coach who's experimenting with lineups, who's most of which of his concepts at this stage of the career, at this stage of the season, have actually worked. We're playing with pace.
Yep,
We're
that's
shooting
true.
the ball. We're shooting the ball very well, right? We got 4 guys, I think 4 or 5 guys that's on this team shooting well over 40%, right? I mean, a little bit
Yep.
over 40%. We got guys shooting around 36 to 38% from the 3. And we got guys that we count on in the clutch, like outside of Jalen Brunson. And I believe that is Shamit, and I believe that can be Cat if in the right spots of the game, he's getting the ball where he's comfortable and we're going to him. The same could be said with Mikal. There's been so much cryptic stuff going around this team in terms of, like you said, entitlement. Guys not being coachable because they just feel like they should have more valiant roles. Guys not finding their roles in the offense, or basically blatantly and boldly coming out into the media when some of that should be under wraps. It's a lot of expectations on this team, right? In terms of what is described. You got 4 guys on this team we want to basically average 20 points. That's unrealistic. Guys are going to have bad nights. Guys are going to defer to Brunson. Like, we got to understand what's going on with this team. Like, what Cat is doing right now should be applauded. He's not going out there shooting 25 shots and losing us games, right? Because he could. He could go out there and average 25 and 12 and make everybody happy and then put the blame on Mikal and OG, right? He could very well do that. But he know that's going to hurt the team, right? So us coming along and stringing along this team, us now having to integrate new players like a GTA and Sohan, which I knew pretty much wasn't going to get that much minutes because Mo has just been that good, and we just have that log jam in terms of our wings. But what's been described over these last couple games, because I've been binge watching, bro, what's been described with these last couple games is literally experimental rotations and teams basically with our number in terms of what is described nightly and what they're showing. I think Kat said this one game was like they basically had a good scouting report on us. Well, the scouting report is to attack Brunson and attack you, Kat, and attack our wings that are not reading and reacting on defense. That's what's making us get into these leads. These teams are shooting like 4 or 5 seconds into the shot clock. Like what defense is going to get set with Karl Anthony Towns on the floor and Jalen Brunson in 4 seconds to stop a 3? Like, and especially when there's nobody talking on defense. So those are the adjustments Mike Brown has to make. He has to be the guy.
I got a question for you.
Last year. Yes, sir.
I got a question for you because you said something interesting that no one else is really uttering, right? You said
it's Brooklyn, man. You know what we do.
Of course. You said that the Towns not being that big number 1 guy may not be the best thing, or may not be the most efficient outcome for the team. We don't have to make a
concerted effort to play through him like most people want us to. We got OG. OG does almost everything better than him outside of shooting the top of the key 3. His corner 3 is more effective than Cat. He creates off the dribble and finishes above the rim better than Cat. So why not get him involved? And we know what he can do when he is involved for this team. And we know how consistent and what winning streaks we went on with having him playing to that ability. But we don't need him also going for 25. It's a collection, right, of talent around this team. And again, like I said earlier, it's too much we're as fans from these 4 guys on teams. Mikel's gonna have bad nights. OG's gonna have bad nights, but at the expense that we get in the ball to Brunson and allow him to create and get to his spots and be effective, as well as Cat, as well as whoever's the hot hand, whether that's Mikel, whether that's OG, whether that's Mo Diawara, who I feel even as a rookie should be getting more minutes. Those bigger lineups that we play consisting of Mo, OG, Cat, Cat, Mitch, Cat, OG, Mitch, Cat, Mo Diawara, with Sham, with Mickey Bridges, with Brunson. Some of those are what I call death lineups. And those are the rosters and the rotations we're going to see in the playoffs. And Mike Brown knows that. And we know that because we've seen against those upper echelon teams him consolidate this roster down to 8 or 9 guys who we already pretty much have a good idea who's going to be playing. Now, my thing to end my plan, because I know I got the shot clock going, Deuce has to get integrated. And when we integrate Deuce, we're going to relegate ourselves to some of those smaller lineups that this team hates. God. It's going to be up to Mike Brown how he plays chess and how he rests guys and deploys these guys in the playoffs. And most honestly, I think he will, because if we lock up this 3rd seed or we make a run at this 2 seed, I think teams at that point will have the expectations that we are ready for the playoffs, because a lot of people probably thought we would fall, especially with the cushion that's been allowed with the Celtics and them getting Tatum back, as well as Harden now going to the Cavs. A lot of people would probably say we on the downside. I believe in this team the way we've been playing after the All-Star break, but I can honestly say I thought we handed the Pistons the finals after we lost to them. But since that Cavaliers loss, I think it's been a turn with this team, and I think we'll continue to see that. And towards the end of the season, I think we'll get the bigger games for the guys, and we'll be ready prepared for the playoffs. Right now, we just got to think about health. We got to think about position in the playoffs, and obviously putting guys in the right spots where they could flourish. And Mike Brown is doing that, and his players have stepped up and collectively came together, and you see it nightly. You know, respect the Knicks, man. Respect this channel, everybody. I keep showing my brother love.
Big time.
It's always love. Brooklyn, man. New York Knicks forever.
Brooklyn all day. Nah, man, you cooked, man. I had to let you get it out. Big time salute to my man King. He's another MVP donor. Big time salute to everybody. Okay, yeah, we're almost there. Let's continue to get the likes up. We're almost there. All right. Big time salute to my MVP donors. Yo, honestly, man, everything he said in the call it was really on point. I think that when we look at Towns, and a lot of us are saying, well, Towns needs to be more involved. He said, nah, we have a machine, right? 3rd ranked offense, and we get it done as a team. That is a fire point. It's hard to argue against that. So maybe we shouldn't look at it like, man, Towns is not getting the ball, but maybe that's what's best for the team, because, and I'm going to keep reiterating it, I think that Towns, the mentality is not one of which where he has for himself domination. So because of that, he's playing number 2, sometimes number 3. And if he had the mentality, I think it would be a lot easier to do it with him. But, he's just too team oriented. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, and I'm pretty sure this is what Mike Brown and those guys are seeing. They're like, well, Cat is a team guy. We'll look to try to find him when we can. We'll go to him at spots. We'll slow it down to get him in the paint. But, we're going to continue to play our brand of basketball. And another thing, too, he's right about the shooters. When it comes to the shooters, that's the way it goes. Hold on. Big time salute to my man Snipe. I said, okay, Snipe. But hold on, you didn't even call. You want me to call you? I appreciate you on the call back. I don't know if he was triggered. But hold on. I'm gonna call you, Snipes. Or was that for somebody else? But I'm gonna call you though. Still, hold on. Let me get my man Snipes on the line, because he just purchased the call back. Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, brother? Nah, that one for me. Joe said he wanted a call back.
You said Joe?
Yeah, Joe said he wanted a call back, so I want to hear what he had to say. Nah, I ain't got nothing to say. Y'all
no, not you. You mean Vic?
It said Joe from AC.
Oh no, Joe from AC. I got you. Okay, I got him. I'm gonna get him on the line now. I got you. I just want to make sure who you want to use it for, man. Everything good with you?
Yeah, man. Everything good with you? No, it's a great show.
Yeah, we rocking, man. Listen, I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to talk because we didn't get it last night. So,
yeah,
I appreciate you.
We had to sleep that off. Yeah, we had to let that marinate and sleep that off, and everybody.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we get right back.
Let their emotions settle, and so we can actually have a discussion about it.
Bingo. And that's another good thing too, because last night we'd have been like, Trade this guy. Fire.
Yeah. Everybody would have got fired last night. Yeah, everybody would have got fired.
But
all I'm
really
say
quick.
is
Oh, yeah.
leave Leon alone, man. I don't know how many times I need to tell you that. Leave Leon
Okay,
alone.
all right. So hold on. Wait. You said leave Leon alone. So you got to leave my client alone. Because I was granted a motion by the judge to delay the Mikal Bridges sentencing or his whether or not he's guilty or innocent. I was told I had time. Or could we come to a truce on that?
No, because that's what the $5 was for. Because I got Joe the prosecutor coming in to go ahead and exile all that. So no, I can't. I just can't speak on it because I ain't nice with it like that. So I'm gonna get the prosecutor to come in and see what he got for it.
Got you, family. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna get Joe on the line right now.
All right, right on.
All right. Number 9, I'm gonna get you in a second. I'm gonna get you in, but number 9, you listen, you on thin ice. You better not come in here trying, you feel what I'm saying? You better not come in here trying to toss some talk. I got you, King. What's going on?
What's up, my brother? How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? I'm sorry, brother. I didn't mean to dial you because I got some callback.
No, you good. You good, my brother.
Big time. I do appreciate you, brother.
I'm listening to the program, man. I appreciate you.
Big time. Hold on. Let me get my man King because King just called. Hey,
Yes,
what's
sir.
going on, King?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, you made
I got you back.
You want to hit me back?
No, go ahead, because you got to call back too. I'm gonna get Joe after you. Go ahead.
Oh, copy. Now, I just wanted to piggyback on your point. Like, Karl Anthony Towns has shown, like, consistently this year that he's not the killer most people want him to be, right? Like, that's relegated to Jalen Brunson. And basically what I was saying on the last call, there's a deferral period when you got a killer on the team, right? People wasn't going crazy over the Heatles and the Celtics when they had their big three, and D Wade and Bosh was having bad games, and KG and Ray Allen weren't consistent rates. So how we gonna try and do that with 4 guys on this team who are not all named all-stars? That's my thing. And like what you said with Cat, like, the expectation of him to be exponentially better may hurt this team. We know that Cat plays better at times, right? When he's when he's getting the ball. And from Mikal's standpoint, we know Mikal plays better when Jalen Brunson isn't on the floor, right? And then you have OG, who obviously wants to be aggressive and be part of the offense. You can't have all of these things happen with all of these guys on the floor. You know, it's one basketball to go around, and that's how we got to start looking at it. And again, like I said in the earlier call, Mitch hasn't played every game, so you can't give this team a super fair assessment because this team is unique. We're not playing our starting center 35 minutes a game or 30 minutes a game progressively throughout the season, consistently out the season. That's not the type of team we have right now. It's unfortunate, and someone would say that's probably been our detriment, but that's what's being displayed with this team. We're unique, we are isocentric team, and we got a killer. And in clutch moments, that's who we should be going to. Outside of that, in terms of our 3-point proficiency, it's Brunson, it's Cat, it's OG, it's Deuce, it's Sham, it's Mo. That's a lot of guys. Right. So I think when it comes down to these moments where we down, have to play catch-up basketball, we've shown, even against bad teams as well as good teams, that we can come back. And if you give us the 4th quarter and the game is close, guess what? It's a dice roll. Right. And the dice is probably going to go in our advantage if you're talking New York dice rollers. Right. Had to call my brother back, had to piggyback that point, man. We're asking for too much of this team. Let this marinate. We got a new coach. He's still fine. He's trying to coach this team with guys who blatantly came out and said that they're uncoachable, that they don't know their roles. That is embarrassing. If I was the coach, they probably would have been gotten traded if Mike had more cachet and actual championships under his belt as a head coach. He probably could have already gotten some of these guys traded. He's not that respected as a coach to demand that, and these players are making a lot more money than what we've previously seen in years, so they actually have the power. But lo and behold, I think, like I said, we lock into Knicks basketball and our team concepts, and we continue to shoot the ball at the high rate, and we get guys in their most effective spots, specifically Brunson, specifically Cat, OG, we'll be all right. Mikal's a guy that's going to play with the flow of the game. Josh Hart is going to just do all the intangible things and play with a full head of steam. GTA is going to come and balance the offense when Brunson is stagnating in the offense with his dribble penetration. That's where GTA comes in and makes life better for everybody. And he also makes Mikal and OG play better defense. When you add Mitch into that recipe, I really don't think nobody could beat us. Like, I'm not even trolling right now. That's how I really feel about this team. But that has to be harnessed. It has to be locked in, and it has to be consistent. And we haven't found that yet with guys in and out of the lineups, our starting center in and out of the rotation, and not playing back-to-backs. Tibbs said it last year when Mitch was gone. We didn't have a center. Guess what? We still don't have a center now. It's Mitchell Robinson. Let's go, Knicks, man. Keep this channel rolling, man. Love, brother.
Yo, I appreciate it, King. You cooking, man. You cooking with hot grease today, brother. Big time. All right. Really quickly. Let me get my man Joe. All right. By the way, y'all, if y'all could always, if you feeling somebody cooking, you could always donate a callback. Okay. What I'm gonna do on Linktree, I'm gonna add who's it for? Is it for you or someone else? So I could know who it's for. I think that's the one adjustment that we gotta make. So Joe, I'm calling you back right now. And then number 9, I got you. All right. All right. So that's the rules if you want to call back. Okay. 646-995-8389. Let's see what Joe is talking about.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's going on, Joe? Hey, man, you getting people donating callbacks for you, brother? You moving on up, man. Where we going, fam?
Man, thank you so much to whoever got my callback.
That was Tugboat Taylor.
Tugboat Taylor. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. No, I had put it in the chat. It wasn't, wasn't like that. I was asking, I mean, I'm not out here begging for callbacks. I just thought it'd be fun to call back.
No, I mean, it's cool. I mean, listen, you one of the people who cook on the mic, so they wanted you back. It's all good.
Well, you know what I was saying, man? Mikal Bridges, man. You guys are talking about Mikal. Yo, yeah. I didn't bring this point up the last time I talked against the Pacers when we played the Pacers.
Right.
But at that time, Mikal Bridges was averaging 22 points per game against the Pacers.
Yep.
So that's good ammunition right now. I mean, it dropped because of the last game we played, but now it's 18. So, I mean, 18 points, man, that's pretty good against a team that's, But the thing about the Pacers is it's not like we're unique. They always show up against us. Like, they're always putting their guys in and everything. It's like
they hate us.
It's not the same. I don't know. Like, I just think our team in the NBA right now, we're the most lethal. Like, we're going to give you that 1-2 punch that's going to knock you out. Like, left, right, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, because I just think we're the ones that, like, out of nowhere, we're just going to be the best people on the court and just be scoring more than everybody else. I just see it. I've seen it before, man. I don't know. And when we put it all together, man, I don't think we've really seen the Knicks this year yet, man. Like,
I agree.
The team that I know, the Knicks, the ones that, like, turn up. Like, we've seen it, man. I don't know. Where are these guys at? Like, I mean, they're playing right, but I'm talking about the real Knicks that, like, really turn up and, like, are just killing teams and are just lethal. They're just freaking killers, man. This team's got a team of killers. I want to see it. So.
No, you're right. You're right. And by the way, I just realized something. On the Linktree, it does give the option to say who the callback's for. So that's cool. I didn't even realize I did that. So if you do want to send the call back, you could do it via Linktree, and in Cashapp you could put a message. So if this is for future people who want to do callbacks, but I just wanted to acknowledge that. But yeah, I hear you. And to be honest, what you said and what King said, I think people are not really, they don't understand it. Like, we got too much firepower. It's impossible for all 4 of them to have a great night at the same time.
Yeah. I mean,
there's only one basketball.
Upset, like, because we're, it's close games against the Warriors and everything. But, like, for me, man, I'm not worried about that at all. My head focus right now is, like, on what everybody's saying on the playoffs. And people are saying, oh, how you guys going to just turn it on in the playoffs? Yeah, that's not how it works. I'm like, oh, you'll see. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about in playoff time. Because, listen, like I said, I've been watching this team in the playoffs. We have our moments, and we turn up. This team is good. We are a great playoff team, and that's a fact. So, listen, man,
I agree.
I'm excited for this year. This is the year, man. I'm really saying it. We're going to turn up.
No, I think so. And I think the Cup game showed us that. Like, people look at the Cup, oh, it's not important, but no, it was a big game in that moment. They fought for it like it was a championship. And we shown the ability to fight in big moments. in big games.
And you know, Mikal's going to be a big part of that. You'll see. I mean, right now he's not showing it at the end of the season, but I mean, 3 for 10 against the Warriors. That's not Mikal, man. But like you said, he's the fourth option. You know, even if he had some other plays too. He had some defensive stops. I saw him getting steals.
People they underestimate the defense. They say, oh no, we don't care about defense. The shooting.
Like, listen, guys, this isn't Frank Ntilikina giving us absolutely zip. Like, oh, we're saying he's a good defender and he's doing nothing and he's not scoring. This is Mikal Bridges. He'll be all right. I'm not like I'm not worried about him like that. I mean, I think against these Pacer games, he's gonna turn up. He's gonna give us some points. He didn't do it the last time, like I said he would, but I think this time around, 18 points per game versus Indiana, he's gonna give us 20 at least.
I think so too, man.
He's due.
He's due. I do appreciate you, man, Joe. A great callback, and hey, man, let's go Knicks always.
Yeah, man.
Big time.
Knicks. All right, man. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the community. Appreciate it.
No doubt. So yeah, once again, like if you do callbacks, if you want to donate a callback, you can let me know who you want to call back. Okay, I just wasn't sure if I did it on Linktree. All right, for the record. Let me see. I do got my man from Detroit. Hold on, let me just make sure I missed no other call. Yeah, I'm good. So I got to get my man number 9. Number 9. Listen, you got to tread lightly. We won the game, so I don't know where you're going. Oh, and by the way, the ban on Detroit is over. To everybody in the chat, did y'all see Detroit in the chat today? Is Detroit in the chat? Big time salute to Angie. I see you, Angie. But, and Figgy. Big time salute to Figgy. Is Detroit, are they in the building? Are the Pistons there? I don't see them. But look, the ban is over, Detroit. Y'all could call up. Number 9 has been the only one calling up every day. But y'all can call back up. Keeping it fair. Keeping that energy. Uh-oh. Number 9. Where we going, number 9? Where we going?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that was abysmal by the Knicks yesterday. And y'all definitely ain't beating Detroit playing like that.
Whoa. No, we're not doing that. The Pistons, y'all lost to the Raptors, a team that we 4-0'd.
But see,
are you serious?
That's a playoff team. Y'all losing.
We 4-0'd the Toronto Raptors, dog. They had no shot to get no prayer. We took away their hopes and dreams. Y'all struggled with the Raptors. You struggled with the Wizards, dog. You know how long ago we lost to the Wizards? I don't want to hear you talk.
To Utah before old boy got injured. Y'all was down to Twinkie.
It don't matter. We won the game. We won the game.
Right. Y'all won the game. Coming. How many of these Knicks games y'all gonna be down 20 and being able to come back? You can't do that against Detroit.
Y'all was up against the Nets, 23 points, and they came back and beat you. When's the last time the Knicks lost to the Nets? Are you serious right now? I told you to tread light.
Okay, but let's talk about but let's talk about the Pistons versus the Knicks. If y'all playing
we gonna cook
way,
y'all. Listen, y'all in the grill. Y'all don't even know it. That's the funny part because y'all living off regular season hype, dog. The postseason is see, you don't know about that because it's been like 20 years since y'all had success.
Because
you forgot. It's been 20 years.
We 30 piece in the Knicks every time.
That's regular season. Them. That's regular season.
Every time we play them, we 30 piece in them. And then y'all struggling against playing teams and non-playoff teams getting down.
Dog. You lost to the Nets. Back,
and luckily they was in Madison Square Garden. I mean, y'all can't even blow them out on y'all home court. That's embarrassing.
Dog, you lost to the Nets and you lost to Toronto and you lost to Washington. Dog, you got smacked by Washington.
And don't think I forgot. Right now? Who number 1?
Man, y'all barely holding on like a thread right now,
tell
man.
Tell me who that number 1 team is in the entire Eastern Conference right now.
And now y'all got these excuses y'all gonna make. Oh, well, Stewart ain't there. And Thompson ain't there. I don't give a damn about a goddamn excuse.
Because we got the number 1 seed.
God.
And we done had it all year long. We ain't relinquished it.
What happened to Denver in 95? You remember that?
Denver in 95? Nah.
Number 1 seed. What about Miami in 99? What happened to them?
I know the Knicks went to the finals in 99.
Yeah, we beat the number 1 seed. So listen.
That was the last.
Y'all trending in that direction, dog. I'm just letting you know. You losing to the and yo, I'm gonna tell you something funny, right? Y'all might see the Raptors in the first round. There's a great chance the Raptors end up at the 8th seed.
We will be happy with that. The Raptors don't scare me. You know who scares me? Atlanta scares me.
Y'all in the woods right now. My. If y'all lose to Charlotte in the playoffs, dog, y'all not allowed on the channel for 3 years.
They scare me. I ain't say we was losing to them. But listen, see, the Knicks,
go ahead.
Y'all in the 3rd seed, so y'all got to worry about
second seed. We'll be second. We'll be number 2. Don't worry about it. We'll be number 2. Guaranteed.
Hopefully, because whoever locking down that 6th seed is gonna be a scary matchup for New York.
We ain't scared of none. We gonna spank all of them. Trust me, because we've been spanking all of them anyway. We don't lose to the Wizards, dog. Like, we dominate the East, bro.
You keep bringing up that Wizards game. Y'all done lost to somebody that lost 25 games.
The only team that we lost to in the East is Detroit. Every other team in the East, we beat them. Or if we didn't win the series, like it's tied, because we tied with Miami and Orlando, we won the last 2 games of each one of those series.
But see, I ain't just lose to Detroit. Y'all got beat down by Detroit. It's different.
Nah, dog. Nah, the last game wasn't that much of a blowout. We lost to Boston worse at home last year. We lost to Boston way worse. They smacked us by 20 at home. And what happened in the playoffs? And the sad part, number 9.
I'm just giving you a fair warning that if y'all keep playing like that, I don't want to hear no more comparison Detroit talk. Because we
ain't thinking about no damn. Listen, let me tell you something. We're not even going to see y'all. That's the sad. The sad part about all this Detroit stuff is y'all gonna you probably be the only one. I give you credit. You've been calling, but they definitely not showing up. It's crickets for Detroit right now.
We'll be there definitely, but it ain't gonna be no L. We'll be there, and you gonna have that same look on your face after them 3 blowouts we gave y'all this year.
Nah, dog. We going to the championship, and you know what? We might just win this whole damn thing, dog. And I'm gonna laugh at all of y'all. Every single one of y'all, man. But I appreciate you, number 9, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Salute. That's my man, number 9. Listen, I'm not going to allow him to talk that Detroit stuff. Oh, no. We ain't going to act like we ain't see. The advantage I have over all of them is I watch their teams. So they can't come on here and pull fast ones on me. You see how I pull out the Nets? You see how I pull out the Wizards? I seen all of their back. This is why I try to tell them in the Discord, right? All the teams had moments like this. Oklahoma City, they went to overtime with the Pacers in the first game, and then they lost the second game to the Pacers. Oklahoma City, the champions, yes, the favorite to win. They all have bad moments, and I saw all of these games. This is not box score stuff. I actually watched those games. I watch your teams. That's why I want the smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. And continue to like that like button. Big time salute to El Figgy. He says time for call to get eliminated in the first round. That's hilarious. Big time salute. Uh-oh. No strays. Yes. We giving strays to everybody. Oh, 94 Denver? My bad. Not 95? You sure it wasn't 95? I thought it was 90. I thought it was 95, AP. My bad. If it's 94, I take that. Either way, we all know the result. Big time salute to everybody in the building, man. Continue to smashing that like button, man. If you guys are feeling the way there's smoke, there's fire in the afternoon. You know what? If there's a game on Sunday that's interesting, I'll do the way there's smoke in the morning time. Because mostly it's Sunday nights, Monday nights, and Tuesday nights that the algorithm is not really working for us. Yeah, I'm not doing it. But the afternoon, we could rock. All right? So, yeah, I think I defended my client pretty well today. You know, Mikal Bridges. You know, we won the game. We did not lose. All right? Uh-oh, what's going on? Rock from the ATL in the building. How you feeling, family?
Chilling, bro, chilling. You know, I was content with just listening to your show, but number 9 just got me going, man.
Let's go. Triggered!
Yo, you know what it is? Okay.
Like I was wondering what happened to you last night, but you was probably so pissed you didn't want to do it, Sean. Like you said, everybody would have been talking about firing everybody down to the
Yeah.
water boy. So sometimes you need some time to recollect your thoughts and everything.
Right. Yep.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this. I just think the Knicks are so talented. I don't think they're engaged right now. It's like they kind of cruising and they're just waiting
Right.
for the playoffs. Bottom line, it kind of reminds me like when you have a child in school and you go to open school night and the teacher's telling you the kid, well, he's so talented and so smart. I don't understand why he doesn't do better grades. Even
Right.
even though Rodney still passes the class, but the teacher knows he's so much capable of more, just that Rodney's
Right.
lazy and he's disinterested at the moment. That's the case in being this. And me
Good point.
responding to number 9 just now. You know what? He said something. He said, y'all can't keep coming down from 20 points, and that's disgusting how y'all play and all that. People don't neglect to mention the fact that just like last year, we're able to keep doing this, coming back from 20
Right.
points. That's our superpower. That's what people should be scared of.
That's true.
That we can
That 40-point
consistently.
quarter come out of nowhere, right, Rod?
It sure do. Nobody. It's like we sleep and we just wake up at any time, and,
Yep.
and we could do this. And
Yep.
I have a feeling they might that Detroit team that they're losing so much. I think, like I said, I think the word is out on how to beat them, man. Just let Cade explode, do his thing, and shut everybody else down. That's why they're going through what they're going through right now. The word is out on them,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
they do run into the Raptors the first round, man, because it's going to be nasty
Ooh.
for them. It's going to be
They
to the
don't need
point
that.
where it's going to be to the point where the movie Jurassic Park can't be shown in Michigan, man. Nobody gonna want to go see it.
Yo, oh my God. When the Pistons lose, bro, it's gonna be so funny, dog. I'm definitely doing like 30 segments every day, like a segment a day for 30 days on the Pistons. 100%. I'm gonna troll the hell out of them.
Yeah, as you
100%.
should, as you should, as you should. My man got Gall coming on talking about the Pistons, but I guess somebody got to hold the flag because nobody else is doing it anymore.
It's crickets, man. They not even in the chat, though. They like, yo, normally I get messages. Yo, I'm not getting nothing from Detroit right now.
Crazy. But yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I was gonna listen, but then he just got on. I said I gotta say something.
I feel you, brother.
And it don't get no better in the future. You know why? Because this is the rich draft, and they're not gonna have a high pick in it. And for future free agents, that's not a
10
destination that
seconds.
free agents want to go to.
Yep. Yep.
So
And will they be able to keep all their talent, Rock?
Right.
That's another part to it. Will they be able to keep everybody Thompson when it's time to pay these guys? Will they be able to keep them?
Exactly. Yep.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Big time salute, Rock.
All right, bro.
Right. Listen, don't ever let a Pistons fan, listen to me. Don't you ever let a Pistons fan try to talk one up on you. Just remember the blue. If they want to talk about our performance, just bring up Washington and Brooklyn because they got their fair share of performances. Yeah, they got their fair. Oh, yeah. Detroit, they got their. All you got to do is just go to the losing streak when they lost the 4 games in a row and just look at the teams they lost to. And then just, oh, wait, what about this? They was up 23 points against Brooklyn. We did an NBA Saturday. I was surprised they lost. I couldn't believe it. They was like, oh, Detroit lost. I said, what? How? 646-995-8389. Hello.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Hey, Cleo. Hey, everything is great. We talking about a lot. I figured I'd give you guys an opportunity to talk about the game since I didn't do a show last night. So where you want to go?
Let's go. Yeah, I saw the game yesterday. Wow. Can I make a statement about that?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just feel like the Knicks are the franchise, the team. I feel like they're gonna allow friendship to ruin our chances of getting a championship.
Wow. Wow. That's deep.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel it. Like I'm like a real big Knicks fan since the Patrick Ewing days. You know, I remember going to the Big Apple games, and we would go to we would go on trips to see the Knicks and everything. So it goes all the way back to the 80s with the
Wow.
Big Apple. I don't know if you remember the Big Apple games.
Nah, that's before me. Before me.
Yeah. But I just feel like this Villanova, like I hate to say it, but it's the truth. I feel like that friendship is going to ruin our chances of getting a championship.
Wow.
Because
what is it about the friendship? Is it the fact that they got to all start? What is it about the friendship in particular?
Yeah, I feel like that, that they invested so much money into that Villanova stuff. And now they feel like, well, we have to start them, but
right.
honestly speaking, I don't think they should start all of them. It seems like we got more chemistry. It seems like the team has more chemistry off when they put people off, from the bench on in the game, in my opinion.
Okay.
Seems like we get more. It seems like it's more fire, like I don't know. It just, to me, it just seems like the chemistry's better when we get Clarkson in there and we get Mitchell in there. And, it seems like we get more chemistry with those guys. It seems like the game, like, I don't know. It just seems like with McHale and what's his name? Josh Hart.
Yeah.
Terrible. 3 for 10, McHale? 3 for 10. Like, and I've been like really on this guy. Every time I call, I speak about McHale because I feel like, he's here because of Bronson, yeah. Yeah, it's a Villanova thing. And honestly speaking, I firmly believe we should get rid of him. And I'm never gonna change my opinions about that. Every game he plays, he just proves my point.
Wow.
10
What do you
seconds.
think? What do you think?
Well, right now I'm his attorney, so I'm defending Mikal Bridges. I'm gonna say his shooting is not helping my case. His shooting is hurting the case. It's bad. I acknowledge that his shooting is terrible. And I'm just praying that he could turn it around. But I do think that the playoffs will be the judgment for Mikal and for the Knicks. So, we got a whole playoffs and they still got time to get it done. And I'm hoping that we can.
Looking real bleak. Them playoffs is looking real bleak for me. I hate to be negative. I love the Knicks. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. John Starks, Latrell Sprewell, I love my Knicks, but I don't know.
I hear you.
I just feel like they're not gonna make it this year. I hate to be negative.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you, Cleo. Listen, I appreciate you. You're entitled to your opinion. Don't ever feel like you don't have a place to speak your mind here. Everyone speaks their mind here. So big time salute to you, Cleo. Have a great one.
I had a question too. How do I get in that discourse?
Join in the channel. Once you join the channel, you'll see because there's a membership section. You go there and then you'll see join Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. Yeah, it's great. We have great conversations, and it's just a great place for, like, there's no trolls in there. Everybody, they all supporters. So, but that's the way to get in. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome, Cleo. All right. Big time salute.
Bye.
Cleo, hey, I can't defend the Knicks because, like, I do agree it doesn't look like a champion right now. We don't got the champion look. We don't got the OKC look right now. We don't got it, bro. It's hard for me to argue that. Now, I do think we have a chance because I think that our chances to get to the finals are strong. And then once you get there, so many things happen that you just might wind up winning the championship. Like, it's just like if you get to the finals, you have a chance to win. And I think that's the ultimate goal. And I think we definitely could get to the finals. Even though it looks shaky, I'm not going to lie. It looks shaky. I cannot defend, and I refuse to defend anything that's mid, anything that looks shaky. I'm not doing it. As far as the chemistry thing, I'm going to talk about the starting lineup later and whether or not we should change it. But my thing is that no one player or regime of players or crew of players should be above the entire whole. So if that's what's going on here, it needs to stop. Like, that shouldn't be the reason. It should be that this is the best, lineup that gives us the best chance to win. Let me just take a quick look as to what's going on in the chat. Okay, we good in the chat. But listen, y'all, I'm going to be back tonight. All right, this week inside the Knicks. Be on the lookout for that. I do appreciate you guys. Where there's smoke, there's fire in the afternoons. And until next time, as always, let's go Knicks.